Welcome to the video editing course. In this video we're going to show you how to use Powerdirector application. We previously showed you in the previous video how you can download the application, so we are just going to get straight to it and we're going to show you how you can of course use the Powerdirector application. Once you download it for the first time, it's not going to bring an interface like this. What it's going to bring for you is going to ask for permissions and it's going to ask you to create a new project. Of course, what you can go ahead and create this new project there. If you download a version which is more later than this, it'll be a different interface, but this is going to get you to understand how the interface is. So no matter what version you are downloading or what version is online, this is going to help. This video is going to really help you. So of course you can choose your project name and choose the aspect ratios, which is 16:9. Go with the 16:9 if it's going to be on a vertical axis. If you shot it with a camera or you shot it on a vertical scale, only edit on 9:16 if it was shot vertically, or of course if you intend to use it for Instagram. So 16:9. Then you will see something like this, the interface. Here you can see where you can choose the video, and the other page is to choose the pictures, and this other place is to choose the music you want to put on it. And in the interface you will see the timeline down here. Okay, let's press this arrow back to the beginning. Yeah, so one very good thing about Powerdirector is they try to explain to you how to use the application so that you don't find it hard even if you are just a first time user. As you can see, this top here, this three stuff is to access the media, to capture the video, to record the voiceover, to view the available titles and effects, whatever. Then the return so that you can produce the video on the home page, and then the timeline. So you can see that it's made up of the timeline and of course the monitor screen. These other parts, we'll go into each part one by one. So this part here, that part, as you can see, is going to bring parts. It's going to take you to the part where you can choose the video, the music, and the picture. So let's go back. At that part, you should remember that you can also put a voiceover on it by clicking on voiceover. You can put a voiceover on it, and you can put this thing. Then on the pictures, you can choose a picture, like a background, a color instead of, you don't want to use a picture, and you can choose from 45, and you can also take a picture if you want to. And from the video, you can also shoot a video directly from the Powerdirector. You can choose, of course, like the pictures, choose a color board, and you can choose from a Google Drive or something. Yeah, so that is, yeah, before we go any further, you need to understand a word called layer. Layer is a very important word that is very important in video editing. Even in photo editing, we use the word layer a lot. Where we, for example, we have a text. You're writing a text, for example. This is a text. Now you will notice this text. Now let's say we want to put another text on a different layer. Now if you notice this, you notice that there is this particular text. Yeah, so it's on top of the one. Look at this, you see that this one is like behind it. This is on top. So as you can see, whatever I'm doing to this one does not affect whatever I'm doing to this, because this and this is on a different layer. So layer is like putting, layers, putting something on top something. So that is what layer is. So now, okay, so it's important for you to know about that when editing a video in Powerdirector, because Powerdirector is an advanced video editor that allows you to put lots of layers on top them. So to add a layer, for example, if you click on this circle one, you can add text as a layer. You can add a text layer. As you can see, you have so many fonts for you to choose any text font you want. That is going to be totally in another video. And you can of course add a video layer, and of course you can add an image layer, put the layer on top another. That's it for that. Then the timeline is where you do most of the editing, where you can move, where you can trim, That will also be for another video. That's going to be for the next video you are going to be watching. So you learn how to trim cuts and the stuff. Now once you are done with your video edit, this here is the save and project. The save project, just save it to your Powerdirector, so you can go back anytime again. Maybe your phone off or something, you can save it and go back to it. But if you want to produce a video, you can of course go to produce video and go to save gallery. You can decide to rename it to whatever you want to name it to be. Just project, just whatever you want to name it to be. You can decide the resolution you want it to be, full HD, HD or 360, depending on how what type of screen you want to display it at the end. Is it going to be on a very high screen like a projector at the end of the day? Do you need to put it on a billboard? If you can go 1080p, even some still allows ultra full HD resolution. So if your Powerdirector allows you to go that far, just do. But if you don't have, but if you are using the free version, 360p allows you to do it without adding the watermark. But any snap of that, they are going to have their watermark. Because you can save it on, you can share it directly to Facebook, to YouTube, and more options. And you can put it on the Cyberlink cloud, just for safekeeping like that. And that person can, you can also, that will let other people to also be able to access it. I think. Yeah, so you have the audio mixing where you can actually adjust the audio of each layer. As you can see, the audio of the main picture and the video you put there, the audio of whatever layer you're putting, and the audio of the musics. We'll be going into music and audio in another video, and where you can play and pause. So in short, what this simply means, let's put a video just to test run this. It's me assigning the video to it, and this is me assigning an audio to it. This is me assigning an audio, and this is me assigning a text. So you can touch on it to delete. We'll go more into that in the next video. And you can have something as simple as just a very simple attach together. So that's it for this video. The next video we're going to show you how to cut, stream and move the clips. I hope you enjoyed the interface of the Powerdirector. If you haven't downloaded it, go and download it now. Start using it because you're going to start using it to do a lot of work. So let's get right into it. Thank you. See you in the next video.